Hello, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Raphael.
And we are out in the Hamptons.
As many of you already know, the Hamptons is one of the most renowned places in America.
With an amazingly unique and quite powerful LGBT community.
We will be bringing you to a really hot party on the beach.
Visiting one of the hottest restaurants of the season.
And bringing you to a great benefit called the Garden Party.
Welcome aboard to Out in the Hamptons.
Welcome.
Hello, Ryan here, and we are out in the Hamptons with the Executive Director of the LGBT Community Center, Richard Burns. How are you?
Hi there. Good, Ryan.
This is the Dance on the Beach. How's your dancing?
It's very good. We've had well over 800 people join us here this afternoon at Dancing on the Beach, and this is an annual event that raises money in the Hamptons community to support the work of the center on 13th Street in New York.
Hi, I'm Raphael, and we're out in the Hamptons, and I'm here with host of today's event, Mr. Bruce Anderson. So Bruce, how do you feel today?
Well, it's the 6th year annual event, and I feel great. It's kind of the highlight of a lot of people's summers out here.
What's your favorite part about the dance on the beach? What's your favorite element?
Probably the setting. You know, so close to the beach and being able to see the water as you're dancing.
We are right next to the Atlantic Ocean dancing. Amazing.
It's amazing.
And your favorite part about the dance on the beach?
Beautiful people.
Richard, how far are we from the center?
Well, depending on traffic, it could take you anywhere from 2 to 5 hours. But, you know, the Hamptons every weekend fills up with lots of lesbian and gay New Yorkers.
Of course.
And a lot of them are sort of pillars of our community, contributing to support the work and the services that we provide at the center. You know, more than 6,000 lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people walk through the doors of the center at 208 West 13th Street each and every week. And they come for meetings, art openings, readings, and to receive social services. We serve more than 350 gay kids every month. Kids who are having, they're so out, they're so queer, they're having a hard time maybe staying in school, and we work to keep them in school and sort of build up their self-esteem, get them in arts classes and web design classes and leadership training, lots of HIV prevention. And events like this raise the dollars that enable us to support those kids.
Is this the usual turnout every year, or is this larger than most?
This is the 6th year, and every year the party gets bigger.
Right. Which is good.
Where was the idea born for Dance on the Beach?
Well, this party really was the brainchild of our board president, Bruce Anderson, who you've spoken to. But there's a long tradition of sort of resort weekend communities in the Fire Island Pines, in Cherry Grove, in the Hamptons, and upstate New York, where people want to come together and have a good time. At the same time, they want to make a difference. And this is a way, that will raise close to $200,000 today that will go to support the work of the center.
Cynthia, you're a Hampton resident?
I live in East Hampton and in Manhattan.
So what is the LGBT social environment out here? Is it fundraisers, or are there other things for people to do that we haven't seen yet?
Well, we have a pretty big community, so there's always dinners that you might not have been invited to. There's lots of things happening, but there are a lot of fundraisers, true. Most big parties where lots of people go ask to get a contribution, but I think we're a very supportive community. And no, there's always something going on. There's always people having a great time, dancing. People have lots of dances at their homes.
Cynthia, did you dance today?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So Bruce, How is it like turning your home into one of the largest dance venues to help the community center? I think that's really cool.
Well, you know, I don't know if that was by design. I'm not a dancer at heart, I suppose, but in looking for something that might attract the audience that I wanted, it seemed that most of the LGBT parties in the Hamptons were kind of evening cocktail parties. You wear your khakis, you wear your linen shirts.
Yeah,
and
I don't have the garb on.
What we needed to do was do something a little more fun and straight from the beach. You know, you wear your tank tops and your cutoffs and
your flip-flops.
And you dance. So that was the concept, and that's what we've done very successfully.
You've done it quite well, might I add.
People love the variation of this particular party.
Hello, Ryan here with the first ever supermodel in the world, Janice Dickinson, at the Dance on the Beach. How are you today?
Oh, most excellent. I'm so happy to be here for a great cause.
How is the Dance on the Beach this year? Do you come every year for this event?
No, but I've certainly done my fair share in, good Lord, South Beach, Palm Springs, San Francisco, Seattle. Y'all know where I've been, contributing back. I'm a soccer mom. I have 2 children. My kids are gay-friendly. They're non-homophobic. I mean, anything I do just to give back.
It's so great that you're here. And you know what's even better? You're so happy to be here.
Are you kidding? If it weren't for gay men, there wouldn't be Janice Dickinson. Because I cut my teeth on gay guys. Are you kidding me? Back in the 70s and 80s. I go on. Wade Bandy, Richard Avedon, Halston, Calvin, the whole 9 yards. Oh, I'll get sued if I say Calvin, excuse me. I don't care. You all remember me back in Studio 54.
Janice, I know that gay men love you and they're waiting for you.
And women.
That's correct. Janice, I know that gay men and women do love you and they're waiting for you on the dance floor.
Let's go dance.
Okay, let's go dance on the beach.
Oh!
7 hours, what you calling for?
Richard, how soon in the year do you start planning this Dance on the Beach? It happens every year. This is your 6th annual. When do you start planning it?
You know, we start planning about a year in advance.
So we're planning the 7th one right now.
Well, that starts tomorrow.
Okay. What goes involved in producing such a beautiful event like this?
Well, we bring in a contractor to build a dance floor. We have very, very gracious hosts lending us their home, bring in lots of volunteers, and we have a great DJ today, Susan Morbido.
Susan Morbido, wonderful.
One of my favorites, and she has the crowd dancing. I hope you'll get over there and take a look.
Now, Richard, will you be dancing on the beach?
I've been dancing,
You've been
and
dancing.
I will again.
What is your
doubt.
favorite music to dance to? Club, house, techno, trance, disco?
I like the club music, and Susan does sometimes what she's not doing today, but she can do the pots and pans thing, and I like that too.
So when a club music song plays, I'd like a dance with you.
All right, you're on, Ryan. Thank you so much.
Happy 6th Dance on the Beach with the Executive Director of the LGBT Community Center, Richard Burns. Raphael, what did you think of the Dance on the Beach?
I thought it was incredible.
I love 2 Mile Hollow's Dance on the Beach, but this undoubtedly is just as gorgeous.
Yeah, you have the Atlantic Ocean right to the left of us.
We're at Fowler's Beach in Southampton, one of the other premier LGBT beaches right here on the east end of Long Island. Gorgeous, hot guys playing volleyball.
Beautiful sands, beautiful people.
But we have another hot event to attend, so we should jump in that cool water before we go to the next hot one.
All right, let's do it. Out in the Hamptons.
Hello, Ryan here.
And Raphael.
We're at the East End Gay Organization Foundation Garden Party at the Breakwater Yacht Club. I sat down with Adam Grossman, the co-chair of this event. We're going to meet up with him inside. And who are you looking forward to talking to?
I cannot wait to speak to Eric, who is the owner of Almonds, who's really big in the community, and I'm sure he has a lot of good things to say tonight.
Well, Ryan and Raphael are out in the Hamptons, and come join us at the garden party.
Hello, Raphael here. I'm here with my friend Barbara, and we're going to ask her a few questions. So Barbara, how are you tonight?
Great. It's a lovely evening. It's great to be out here.
So now, what part of the Hamptons are you from, Barbara?
From Sag Harbor, right here in Sag Harbor.
I envy that. I think Sag Harbor is personally the most beautiful, out of all the hamlets out here. How is life living out here?
It's really terrific. It has a lot of cosmopolitan things and a feel to it that's really lovely. You can get theater and music and a lot of entertainment, and it's rural and beautiful, and the air is great.
Very nice. So what brings you to our event tonight here for the East End Gay and Lesbian Organization Foundation?
We came out this evening to go to a nice party. I have a guest up from Washington, and he wanted to come here this evening. And so that's why we're here. We wanted to support the good work of the organization.
Very nice, and it is a good organization. Is life out here progressing, do you think? Do you find that things are becoming more inclusive and more, I guess I would want to say accepting of our community?
Yes, I think so. I think people are realizing that tolerance is a family value, and the skewing of intolerance as being some sort of ideal for people to pass on to their children has now been exposed for the fiction that it is, and tolerance is everyone's business. And I think that New York, the communities out here in particular, are really the pace setters with respect to that.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think that the East End Gay Organization Foundation has a lot to do with that. I mean, they've been around a long time, and I think the community in general out here is a beautiful community, period. So I could see why you're part of it.
Well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Barbara.
Hello, Ryan here, and we are out in the Hamptons with Hamptons resident and co-chair of the EGO Foundation, Adam Grossman. Adam, how are you?
I'm doing very well, Ryan. I'm thrilled to be here.
It's good to see you.
You too.
So let's start with, what is the EGO Foundation?
EGO actually is an organization that has existed since the late 1970s, and it is really an organization that primarily is for the purpose of uniting the LGBT community here on Eastern Long Island on issues of concern to us, of which there are many.
Now, how did you choose Eric Lamanides, the Almonds owner and Almondito's owner, to be the person that you would honor this year?
Well, we chose him
because...
Why? Well, I think we did it because I think he really, did a lot, and the two restaurants really did a lot to fill this gap. I think a lot of people in the community, some of whom are EGO members and some of whom aren't, ended up just kind of congregating there, and he was a welcoming individual who was willing to play the role of being a host to people in our community who wanted to congregate and wanted to connect with one another.
Hello, Raphael here. We are in front of the Breakwater Yacht Club celebrating the garden party for East End Gay Organization. And I have here Eric, who is the mastermind, owner, and the person who created one of the best restaurants out here, Almonds, and of course, Almondito. How are you today?
I'm pretty good. It's hard not to be good. Look where we are.
I know, it's amazing. You look amazing, by the way. So, how did you come to win an award tonight?
To be dead honest, I'm not really sure. We opened Almond Restaurant about 5 years ago, and just kind of very organically turned into a great meeting place for gay and lesbian people on Friday nights, and it's become a really big thing and a great part of our community. And so now this plaque here really biggies you up here. It talks about your generosity and your loyalty, and also to the contribution that you did. My large generosity. Your large generosity. Yes. And my large support. So you're missing. And your large support. Yes. Let me ask you, do you think
that Almonds is the only game in town for LGBT people?
A little bit yes, a little bit no. I mean, I think at this point where we are in time, I don't think we need a place, need being the key word, a place that is just gay. And it's one of the reasons I think Almond has done so well, because it really does a great job of kind of mixing the gay community and the straight community and kind of the families and everybody who's out here.
All inclusive.
Pretty much, yeah, and it's one of the reasons that we've had great success.
Yeah, I agree, and the food is great too, so that helps.
It can't hurt.
Where do you live? What part of the Hamptons do you live in?
I live here in Bridgehampton.
And for how many years have you been here now?
Full-time 6 years, on and off for about 12.
Have you seen big changes out here for the LGBT community, or has it been pretty much status quo?
I would say there's pretty big changes. I mean, there's big changes everywhere you look. I think and depending upon who you talk to, you'll get a different response, but, when I first moved out here 12 years ago, there were 2 gay bars out here. They were big gay bars. Now there aren't anymore. And I think one of the reasons that is actually, and I don't think it's a bad thing, I don't think we necessarily need gay bars anymore. 12 years ago, if 2 guys walked into a bar and they were holding hands or they kissed or whatever, it was a big thing. Nowadays, you know what? We can do that. We can do that. We can have dinner at the American Hotel. We can have dinner, at any restaurant in town, and it's not a big thing, whereas 12 years ago it really was. So have we come places? Yeah, I think it's been a good thing.
Wow. No, I agree with you. I think the Hamptons especially is really all-inclusive. I mean, we're all out here for the same reason, no matter who you are.
Yeah, cute boys.
Exactly. Yeah, like yourself, by the way. So now, tonight is going to be the night for Almonds. So are you expecting a big crowd?
Well, you're coming, right?
Absolutely.
You're coming, right?
We're going to be there.
All right.
We're going to be there, and we're going to just celebrate how great your place is and how wonderful you are.
Bring it on.
So it was great talking to you.
A treat.
Take
I'll
care.
see you in a bit. Mwah.
Now, you mentioned that there's not a dance place right now in the Hamptons for socializing. Do you think that all these fundraisers and events for people who maybe are outside the community that come in, and the city groups who do organization fundraisers at the beach, the dance on the beach, and all the backyard parties would flourish to the degree that they did if there was clubs and nightclubs for the LGBT community out here in the Hamptons?
Yes.
You think the events, the fundraisers would still...
I don't think people would choose. I think people would go to the fundraiser and then go to the swamp. I mean, that's what it used to be. So, I mean, I think that you could have both. I think there are so many people out here that want to have fun, that want to do lots of things, that I don't think we have to limit ourselves in any way. I think we could have 2 gay clubs out here and have people, LGBT clubs, I should say, out here, and have people pick and choose, jump back and forth between them, go to a fundraiser or 2, support the community in different ways based on whatever they feel like doing on a particular weekend.
Ryan here with John, who's one of the members of the East End Gay Organization at the Garden Party. How are you, John?
I'm fine. Wonderful.
Tell me about this year's wonderful event here, right along the water. How gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful. We've been doing this event, I guess like 20 years now. And I've been, as I said, involved for about 16 years. And we do it in different places. And this probably is one of the nicest places we've been to. It's, the weather is beautiful. We're right on the water, which is what the Hamptons are known for, and boats and so forth,
John, I want to ask you, what is the unique personality of the Hamptons LGBT community? What makes it special?
Well, we have sort of a rural environment with an urban mentality is what it is. We have all the wonders of nature and the water and all that, yet we have the mentality of Manhattan, the vitality of all the energy and all that of New York. And I think that makes it unique.
So after Labor Day, what's your favorite thing about the East End?
Oh, the traffic ends.
No traffic in the Hamptons. You heard it here at the Garden Party. There's great things so close to what's available to you here in the Hamptons. You've got the Fire Island Pines, you've got Cherry Grove, and you're right by the Long Island Railroad, the Hampton Jitney to go into Manhattan. Do you visit the other gay neighborhoods?
I actually do, but I haven't been to Fire Island in probably about 4 or 5 years. I love it there, and it's also a beautiful place and a place unlike any other. And it's a place definitely that's a wonderful place, a unique place where there's really nothing to compare it to. So I love it there. And as far as out here goes, the difference is, I think, on Fire Island, you're very limited in terms of how much you can do. You can go to the beach. There are a handful of restaurants that are wonderful, and there's a wonderful supportive community there. But here, you have everything. You have so many things going on, so many choices, and so I do think that in that respect it's different. It's also nice on Fire Island that you have the peace and quiet, you know, and
There's
really,
no traffic.
There's no traffic, you know, and it's a different. There's a feeling of peace when you're there because you really feel isolated. Whereas here, you don't necessarily feel that way. But then again, my house is pretty quiet, and I think many people that I know, you know, you end up doing a lot, maybe making different choices in terms of the things that you do based on what your interests are, because you have so many choices out here as to what you want to do, where you want to go.
Adam, you have a lovely home. You live here with your partner in the Hamptons. Is this a singles community or more of a couples community out here in the Hamptons?
I would say it's probably more geared towards couples than singles, but then again, I suspect there are plenty of singles too. So I mean, it's, you know, it's a mixed community, and people go through whatever they go through in their lives as well. There are many people who are couples out here who've been here for many decades, and there are other people who are new to the community. Some are individuals who just decided to invest out here, or just to vacation out here, and other people who have done it for many, many years as couples or as individuals. So I would say it's probably a mix of both. And so in terms of people who are single who are watching this, I would say there definitely should be plenty going on that people might be interested in that regard.
And that's why you, too, should be out in the Hamptons. Ryan with Adam Grossman, right here, out in the Hamptons.
Thank you, Ryan.
You
Thrilled to be here.
Pleasure to be here as well.
Mark's table's going to be a little while.
Hello, Ryan here.
And Raphael.
And we are out in the Hamptons with EGO award-winning recipient Eric. Eric, how's tonight in Almonds?
Oh my God, it's pretty busy in there.
Is it too busy to get a table or a drink?
Certainly not a drink, a table. It might be a little while.
Let's go inside. Almonds Restaurant, out in the Hamptons.
Yes. What would you like? Yeah, I'd like the almond special.
Make that a double. I'll have an almond special as well.
Yeah, I want to go away from this side.
Wow, Raphael.
I know, Ryan.
We danced alongside of the Atlantic Ocean right on the beach.
We went to a wonderful garden party.
We're here at Almonds. Now, there's so many things to do, and I really love being out in the Hamptons.
It's a vibrant community. People are doing a lot of good and having fun while they're doing it.
And I can't wait until everyone gets the chance to experience what it's like to be out in the Hamptons. To the Hamptons.